Hello and welcome to the Broken Shifter Podcast. I'm your host, Caboose. That's about it. Um, yeah, everyone is either sick or occupied with personal things, and yeah, so it's just me, myself, and I. So we're only down to 3 years, technically one. Anyway, so I'm just gonna give a very, very quick, just overall spiel of what happened at Richmond, everyone's picks for this race, Talladega, some news going into the new season, and yeah. So, Richmond was, on the most part, a fairly tamed race. Uh, yeah, until about 40 to 50 laps to go, and then there was a late race wreck. That late race wreck caused, well, everyone to come in, and all the cars that were doing really good on the long run to struggle, and all the cars that were struggling on the run to come to fruition. But even with that said, uh, they were racing like hell and damn near wrecked everything. And I think we had a total of 4 cautions in the last 40 laps, last 40, 50 laps, including that initial one. So it was I wouldn't say it was a bad race. Wouldn't say it was a good race. Mostly because stage winner Logano, stage winner Logano, race winner Kyle Busch, which makes him 3 in a row currently, and he's going to go for 4 at Talladega, which hopefully he doesn't go for 4. And personal bias is prevailing, if I'm honest. So yeah, but that's basically how the race went. Clint Boyer had a really good car. Logano had a really good car. Harvick started to come to fruition. Eric Amarola, his car was banging after 50 laps. So yeah, it was mostly a game of long runs until the last 40 laps, which it sucks that the vehicles that were doing really good uh, lost their chance to continue to do good, and the vehicles. But on the bright side, the vehicles that weren't doing good had their chance. Anyway, going into Talladega, uh, we all have our picks made. Sorry, take care of this guy real quick. Let's take a look. Let's see what our picks are. Justin had, or Carbon had, Joey Logano and Alex Bowman. Amp had Blaney and Amarella. Hurdon had Kozlowski and Chase, and I have Jimmy Johnson and Casey Kane, which should do pretty good. Going into the last bit here, it has been announced that starting at Kansas, Matt Kenseth is coming back. He's going to be taking over that 6-car part-time, currently working with Trevor Bayne. Unfortunately for Bayne, Kenseth's coming on board full-time. He hasn't announced whether or not it's going to be in the 6-car or in a 3rd car for Roush. But I have a feeling that Mr. Jack Roush is sick and tired of Bayne screwing up the cars pretty heavily. So, yeah, I'm not expecting to see Trevor Bayne race full-time at least in the Cup Series in a halfway decent ride like he's currently in for this next season. But it's going to be nice seeing Kenseth back on the track. He was definitely one of the less dickish people at Joe Gibbs Racing. I'm holding anything up for Daniel Suarez. Just, he hasn't been in the Cup Series long enough to really become much of a personality. Same thing with Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace has shown his personality a little bit faster than Daniel, but there's still a lot left to see of Daniel. So I'm holding that on for a second. And everyone knows I hate Kyle Busch, and I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan. I find him to be a bit of a dick. Well, a couple times a little bit more subtly a dick, but still a dick nonetheless. And Carl Edwards, I liked him. He seemed like a good guy, both on track and off track. But yeah, Kenseth was definitely not anywhere near as much of a dick. So, like I said, excited to see him back in a car. He should do well, or at least halfway decent in that equipment. I mean, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's doing well. I think that's about it. And yeah, so I'm Caboose, and this was